Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk, back again with another project for you, and this time it's just a really nice pretty box for, I've made it for a birthday, but you could use it for any occasion. What I loved about this was it's got a magnetic closure and it then slides out, so you just got these really nice little panels on the side. And I say there's a magnet under here, just hidden by a piece of card. The other magnet is underneath your designer series paper at the front, and it just pushes in closed and clips closed. I just thought it was really nice as a really special kind of gift box, and you could pop lots of things in there. It kind of reminded me a bit of like a pen box. I suppose you could stuff, yeah. I mean, it would fit pens in quite nicely. If you've got a crafty friend, actually, you could pop some glue in there, maybe some, Tombow. It would certainly fit tape pens and things. Anyway, you could use it for all sorts. I just decided I wanted to make a birthday box for a gift, and this is what I came up with. So a few things old and new on this. Okay, so first of all, let's have the old. So the old is this stamp set here. Happy Birthday Gorgeous in the main annual catalogue. Lovely stamp set. I thought these flowers, kind of went really quite well, although I haven't actually used them with it. But in this stamp set, it's the font of these words that I really like. And this Happy Birthday I've used so many times on all sorts. And it's pretty enough for a woman, but also plain enough for a man as well. And you could always embellish things. So that's the old. Lots of new on here though. So by new I mean it's in the spring catalogue, so it's potentially limited edition. Not everything in the spring catalogue will carry over into the main catalogue, so certainly designer series paper usually doesn't. This one is the All My Love designer series paper that I've used, and you'll see here that really pretty floral designs in crumb cake and lovely lipstick, and a little bit of soft sea foam, this kind of greeny colour here, and then a tiny bit of balmy blue in there. And then if you turn over on the other side, you've got some other sort of more universal patterns, as I call them, kind of background ones. Some hearts there. It is designed as a kind of it was, you could have used it for Valentine's Day, but they're really so kind of useful. You could use them for really pretty much, any time of year. And I say the other side of that heart design, which I wasn't for me so keen on, is this lovely floral design, and the other side of this heart design is this big heart. So I actually quite like this little heart. You could use it for sort of new baby type things as well, or obviously you could die cut or cut out those hearts if you were doing some sort of anniversary type projects. If you're ever not sure about what colours go with the paper, just a reminder, on the back here it tells you which colours go with it. So that's some of the new. The other new we've got on here is this lovely die. I think this set's worth it almost just for that. So this is the die that goes with the Wonderful Romance stamp set. This really pretty big floral image and a couple of lovely sentiments. Gorgeous trellis type dies. I think this one won't carry over, just a feeling. So if you like it, I really do recommend you get it, and it is worth it just for this lovely frame here, because it's a little bit shorter and fatter than our other ovals that are stitched framelits. So I think it's really nice for kind of well, it's just really useful one to have about. And hey, if you can, get it. If you can't, you could use a stitched oval, or you could put a layer on it. Other things I've used are these bitty punches, bitty flowers. I've got 3 of the 4 there. There is a 4th one. Spiky flower. There's a more rounded flower here. You might see it better if I turn it over. Yeah, I don't have very good lighting in my craft room, so there you go, you can just see it there. There you go, not so spiky flower. And then this one has a hole and like a little leaf shape, so that's what I've used for the centres. So yeah, that's what we're going to make. Let's get on with it. Stop the wittering, Heidi. Okay, so this is take 2 because I messed up on the last one. That's nothing new. So you're going to need just your trusty trimmer, some lovely lipstick cardstock, a couple of sheets of, and I am doing this in centimetres. I will try and convert to inches. It's just one of those that kind of, at the moment, without going to, it'll be in sixteenths and things, I suspect, if we go into inches. So, card. This is the wrap, and this is 16.5, which is that horrible little measurement right in the join there, centimetres that is, by 23.2. Okay, so it's just there, sort of 9 1/8 by, that's the 6.5 inches. So that actually works. And what you're going to do is score the long on 2.8, 10.2, 13 centimetres. When I should have apologised to state my nails, they are shockingly badly. They're really chipped and horrible at the moment. I meant to do them before I started filming, and then I ran out of time. And by the time you've done them, I then find I need to wait literally a couple of hours, because otherwise they get all scuffed and they just look just as horrible. Anyway, enough about my nails. I'll apologise to anybody who criticises the nails. That's the wrap. So those are your measurements there. Then I'm going to take a piece of A4 cardstock, and this is to make the tray, and this is full length of UK A4, which is 29.7 centimetres, and it's cut at 14.4 centimetres. You're just taking a strip off the length of it. That does mean that if you were going to do it in US cardstock, it would still work, but your panel would be a bit shorter, because your cardstock is a little bit shorter than ours. Ours is 11 3/4 inches. We're then going to do some scoring. On the long, you're going to score at 1 centimetre. So as usual, we do that on the right hand side. So that means our cardstock is butted up against the top. At 3.6. At 19.8. That's right over here. Don't use your cutting blade. And 22.5. Okay, so that's our going to be our draw on the length, and on the short edge, score at 1 centimetre on the right hand side, and it is 3.6. It's 10.8. 13.4. And that gives you just that nice little narrow return on that. Then we need to cut some designer series paper. So I've already cut my DSP at 16.2 when I did my sample. So that is literally just over here. So, you know, if you wanted to have a bit of a bigger border, you could cut it to sort of 16 centimetres, and it wouldn't look wrong. So once you cut it to 16.2, you're then going to cut 2 pieces at 2.6. So again, I'm doing that on the right hand side here. 2.6, well, or rather a piece at 2.6. Then I'm going to cut the top piece at 7.1, and this is just to get the continuity of pattern really. You'll see I've flipped that around, so that's then going to go on like so, and then I'm going to cut my other piece from this side here, so this joins on, so this is again 2.6. So out of just over half a sheet of 12 by 12, in fact I've done that wrong because it's going to be upside down, but hey, never mind. Oh god, right. So there's your DSP. I was thinking, what I should have done is yeah. I mean, it will flow. It doesn't matter too much, doesn't it? It would matter if it was a really directional pattern. This one, it doesn't matter so much. Thank goodness, just as well. So those my pieces of DSP I'm going to put to one side. I've already die cut. You don't need to see me die cutting. I've die cut my image here, and I've prepared a couple of flowers already, but I will show you how to do those as well, for those who are new to it. So to create our tray, what you're going to do is you're going to, first of all, we're making a box, so we're folding and burnishing. In terms of putting the box together, I would recommend, if you've got the time, you can use some wet glue, but I do find that for me it's red tape when I'm creating boxes, and if anything, red tape, if you need a bit of wiggle room, then pop a bit of Tombow on the top. So reinforce all of these creases. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit of trimming. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut on the side here. And all the way, you're going to cut all the way in, like so. And just notch that out at the end. I'm just going to trim away these extra pieces because you don't need them, and then just a usual thing that we do, we're just going to notch out those tabs at the side, and that's because it just helps you get a better right angle on the box because you're cutting away some of that bulk. Okay, so that's at the end there. On this end here, I'm just going to show you what I've done to neaten it off here at this end. Is I've cut the tabs so they go inside the end, then I've reinforced it. So in that instance, we're going to cut all the way down to here, then cut across and cut away. Like so. Again, notch out. Okay, so this is the bit that's going to fold over. So again, cut all the way down. Just cut away this square here, or rectangle I should say. Again, down. Straight on this edge, and then just notch that tab. So you'll end up with a piece, if I put that out, that looks like this. Some really skew of paper. Okay, now I'm going to do some corner rounding. I'm just using a 1-inch corner rounder here. It actually doesn't matter what size corner rounder you use. This I don't have the the current Stampin' Up! One that's in the Trio Punch, so this just happened to be the one I'd got handy. So just make sure that goes into a nice right angle. Sometimes it's a bit difficult because of how reinforced the creases. There you go. And then the important ones really are these ones on the front that are still more visible. Okay. So again, that's what your piece is going to look like. Now I'm going to come in with some red tape. And I'm going to find my new packet, slightly narrow one. Okay. So we're going to put these on our tabs. I'm going to have to hurry up, otherwise we're going to run out of time. Okay. So let's stop wittering and get on with the project now, Heidi. Okay. On the wrap in a moment we're going to be doing putting our DSP on. Okay, So all this is now kind of construction, and all I've done on this end is just reinforce the end. That means that on a box, particularly when it's a tray, it just keeps it quite nice and firm, stops it bowing quite so much. So take your tape off and create your box like so. Do the same on here. Like so. And then at the far end, we're just going to that's typical. Okay, so in this one I've not, I just have to restick that. Okay, I'm just going to pop that reinforcement over. Right, so this is our tray, you can see. This is our wrap. Now with the wrap, you've got two pieces that are same. Those actually overlap, so those are going to be at the back of our cardstock. Fold and reinforce those, and then we're going to add our magnet, then add our designer series paper. So our box wrap is going to go like so. So this top section is where we're going to put our magnet, and all we need to do is just get a little glue dot and attach a glue dot like so. And all I do to make sure it's the right place is I kind of put that on there and just pop it in the middle. It doesn't really matter where it goes. I'm going to use my tape runner here to pop my panel on. So, do the same on the side. And I've cut it too bad. Okay, that's the, don't try and put your spare bit on. This is kind of rushing now because I'm running out of time. Okay, pop your panel on and your other piece like so. Then you're going to put some glue on the inside of this piece here. You can just see, fold that over. That becomes your wrap, like so. Then to attach your glue dot, you're the magnet, pop your magnet in place, add a glue dot to it using a pokey tool. And then when it decides to behave, pick that up. That then gives you perfect placement for your dot, and all you need to do is punch out of a scrap a circle of card, shape it with the end of something curved, and pop a bit of glue on the reverse, and then that can go in place, and that just helps neaten off the inner part like so. So I am going to close that up. All that's left is create our little flowers, and all I've done quite simply with those is I have punched out one of my flowers. I've just poked in the middle with your scissors or a pokey tool, and I've used the little circle to punch out a scrap of white to go in the middle, and just attach that with a bit of glue. And then our sentiment is some very simple, lovely lipstick that I've added there. So, and all you need to do then is pop that up on a couple of dimensionals, like so. Add your flowers with a bit of glue. on the reverse, and you are done. So a bit of a rush at the end there, but hey, we got there as usual. If there's anything, I will obviously add it to my blog, but I don't think you need to know any more than that. Oh, I'll put the dimensions for the inner piece, just to pop that on the inside of this end. But fundamentally, there you have a pretty slider gift box. I made this one obviously slightly longer. Hey,